Good morning. Today's poet is Edna St. Vincent Millay, born 1892, died 1950. I'm covering her today because I asked a friend of mine, Ashley Jane, and she said that is one of her favorite old poets. And I had been somewhat familiar with Edna St. Vincent Millay. I looked up one of her books once, but Edna St. Vincent Millay was born in Rockland, Maine. In 1912, she gained national attention when her precocious poem, Renaissance, was published in The Lyric Year, an anthology of contemporary poetry. After her graduation from Vassar College, Millay moved to Greenwich Village, where her literary reputation quickly flourished. She associated with many of the prominent artists, writers, and political radicals of her day, including the poets Hart Crane and Wallace Stevens, the playwright. Eugene O'Neill, the editor Max Eastman, and the critic Edmund Wilson. In 1925, she settled with her husband in Austerlitz, New York, where she lived for the rest of her life. Witty, sometimes cynical, always polished, she is unusual in having produced some of the most traditional as well as the most modern verses in her day. And another thing about her that I noticed in this book is that all of the poems that I found in this anthology of hers are what I would refer to as either short or medium. And I like short and medium poems personally. It's good to read a short or medium poem. So here is First Fig. My candle burns at both ends. It will not last the night. But ah, my foes, and oh, my friends, it gives a lovely light. That was in her book, A Few Figs and Thistles. Here's another one from that same book. Second Fig. Safe upon the solid rock, the ugly houses stand. Come and see my shining palace built upon the sand. Was that just a two-line poem? I guess so. Euclid alone has looked on beauty bare. And this is the Greek mathematician best known for his treatise on geometry, Euclid. Euclid alone has looked on beauty bare. Let all who prate of beauty hold their peace, and lay them prone upon the earth and cease to ponder on themselves, and while they stare at nothing intrinsically drawn nowhere, in shapes of shifting lineage, let geese gabble and hiss, but herons seek release from dusty bondage into luminous air. O binding hour, O holy terrible day, when first the shaft into the vision shone, O light anatomized Euclid alone has looked on beauty bare. Fortunately, they who thought once only, but then far away, have heard her massive sandal set on stone. I'm not sure if I understand every word of that, but the thing that strikes me is I love that she used birds. I love poets who use birds. um, Here's spring. To what purpose, April, do you return again? Beauty is not enough. You can no longer quiet me in the redness of little leaves opening stickly. I know what I know. The sun is hot on my neck as I observe. The spikes of the crocus, the smell of earth is good. It is apparent that there is no death. But what does that signify? But only underground, where there are brains of men eaten by maggots. Life in itself is nothing. An empty cup of a flight of uncarpeted stairs. It's not enough that yearly down this hill April comes like an idiot, babbling and strewing flowers. I love that poem. One thing that I notice about it is um the one line I really liked was I know what I know. And I also liked all of the morbidity of it. The um what where was it? About not just about death, but eaten by maggots. Oh, the brains of men eaten by maggots. Good poem. I think that that is a great poem about life. All right, and death. Being born a woman and distressed. I, being born a woman and distressed by all the needs and notions of my kind, am urged by your propinquity to find your person fair and feel a certain zest to bear your body's weight upon my breast. So subtly is the fume of life designed to clarify the pulse and cloud of the mind, and leave me once again undone possessed. Think not for this, however, the poor treason of my stout blood against your staggering brain. If I shall remember you with love or season my scorn with pity, let me make it plain. I find this frenzy insufficient reason for conversation when we meet again. It's good to come up with reasons for conversation when we meet again. The buck in the snow. White sky over the hemlocks bowed with snow. Saw you not at the beginning of evening the antlered buck and his doe? Tails up, with long leaps, lovely and slow, over the stone wall into the wood of hemlocks bowed with snow. Now here he lies, his wild blood scaling the snow. How strange the thing is death bringing to his knees, bringing to his antlers the buck in snow. How strange a thing, mile away now it may be, under the heavy hemlocks, and as the moments pass, shift their loads a little, letting fall the feathered snow, life looking out attentive from the eyes of a doe. That was a very pretty image. I dreamed I moved among the Elysian fields. I dreamed I moved among the Elysian fields, in converse and sweet women long since death. And out of the bosom which that meadow yields, I wove a garland for your living head. Dana, that was the vessel for a day of golden Jove I saw, and at her side, when whom Jove the bull desired and bore away, Europa stood, and the swan's feathered bride, and as all these mortal women, yet all these above the ground had a good God for guest. Freely I walked beside them, and at ease, addressing them, by them again addressed, and marveled nothing for remembering you, wherever I was, them well I knew. Ragged Island, there, where those black spruces crowd to the edge of the precipitous cliff, above your boat, under the eastern wall of the island, and no waves break, as if all had been done, and long ago, that needed doing. And all the cold tide, unimpeded by shoal or shelving ledge, moves up and down instead of in and out. And there's no driftwood there because there is no beach. Clean cliff going down as deep as clear water can reach. No driftwood such as abounds on the roaring shingle, to be hefted home for fires in the kitchen stove. Barrels banged ashore about the boiling outer harbor. Lobster boys on the eel grass of the sheltered cove. There thought unbraided. There thought unbraids itself, and the mind becomes single. There you row you with tranquil oars, and the ocean shows no scar from the cutting of your placid keel. Care becomes senseless there, pride and promotion remote. You only look, you scarcely feel. Even adventure, with its vital uses, the aimless ardor now, and thrift is waste. Oh, to be there, under the silent spruces where the wide, quiet evening darkens without haste, over a sea with death acquainted, yet forever chaste. That was quite a ragged island. And it gives you a feeling inside about humanity. It's a great metaphor, probably. Um, I think I'm going to conclude the wonderful Edna St. Vincent Millay now. Um, Thank you for watching. Tomorrow, I have not even yet picked out the poet, but I always am so eager to do so. And I look forward to putting out a new poet every day on this channel for as long as I can keep it up. So tune back in tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.